J Money was pronounced deceased at the scene.
On the scene?
With a wound to his head. Inside the apartment, the female companion is retrieving her purse and later tells investigators
she
heard several shots. And when she came outside, the white Hyundai was gone. She observed J Money lying on the ground bleeding.
So that definitely was a fucking setup there. And you can't tell me no different, gang. I went to the girl crib. I took her, I helped her, whatever. I went to the trunk. Oh, she left and went to the purse. As soon as she go inside to go get her purse, niggas pull up that's been following me the whole time. Niggas pull up and smoke me. It may not have been a setup, but it sounds like a setup.
These exotic boys, smoke exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Mula gang, the final hours of J Money. If you don't know who J Money is, they say J Money was a savage. J Money is another one of them names you will hear in Chicago. Like, I was hearing J Money before any of this. Like in 2014, you was hearing that name ringing bells. You know what I'm saying? He was around Dirk, he was around Sosa, he was in the O, he was around LA. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them real savages. You know what I'm saying? For real. And they say he got set up by like a girl. And that's been the consensus in the city for so long. So we finna see all the facts, see what the f going out. You did?
J Money, I'm back, man. What's up, man? Wake City, O Block.
What happened with J Money?
Oh, he was going to see Mona Lisa, and man, you know she got that man set up.
The final hours of J Money. It's crazy. It's go loco.
It's the first week of September in the year 2013.
2013.
A time of celebration.
Oh,
It's the Labor Day weekend in the city of Chicago. However, gruesomeness decided to run amok instead, resulting in multiple hits and injuries, making it one of the bloodiest weekends in the city's history. Among those who lost their lives that day was a man by the name of Jerome Wood. Known to his peers as J Money, he was not only affiliated with gang members in the neighborhood, but was known to be a ruthless one himself. Some words friends used to describe him were bully, aggressive, and enforcer. So it appears J Money was someone whose name was not only respected, but feared. As for his gang affiliation, he was said to be from the notorious O Block region in Chicago, with ties to persons like Lil Durk, Chief Keef, Lil Reese.
I remember when Durk made the song
King Von.
When J Money
died. A member of the Black Disciples gang faction, J Money was no stranger to the hits surrounding him. In fact, he was seen declaring war on his enemies wearing clothes that threatened their existence. On one jersey, the letters GDK could be seen in bold black lettering. This translated to having the meaning Gangster Disciple Killer, which meant that all Gangster Disciple members were liable to lose their lives if J Money crossed their paths. Little did J Money know, his own life was soon approaching its end. On September 2nd, 2023, a female companion, redacted in reports, contacted J Money.
He said 2023. I think he meant 2013.
For transportation, listed in documents as Jerome Howard. It states he picked her up at approximately 10:05 a.m. in a 2007 white 4-door Hyundai Sonata. According to reports, another male was also in the vehicle. J Money had no idea someone was plotting on his life as they drove to retrieve the female companion's laundry. It appears that the intention of requesting transportation from J Money was that she could pick up her clothes to wash. Everything seemed fine. The female companion called J Money once more so he could return and pick her up in the 6600 block of South Rhodes Avenue in the West Woodlawn neighborhood. That's exactly what he did. However, someone was close by waiting for the right opportunity to strike. J Money would go to the trunk to assist the female companion with placing the laundry in the trunk. At this point, reports state that she returned into her home to retrieve her purse. While this was happening, the male affiliate, who was in the vehicle with J Money, picked up on something that looked suspicious. According to court documents, he recalled seeing a silver primed color Chevy Impala with 2 persons inside while they were in traffic earlier. He happened to look into the Impala and observed a male of African ethnicity wearing long dreads and a baseball cap.
So he saw
The
that.
passenger, however, was tucked away, hiding from view. Fast forward back to J Money placing the laundry in the trunk. The male companion inside the vehicle noticed the same Chevy Impala at the end of the street, near the corner of 67th and Rhodes. At this point, it was clear that they may have been trailing them, but the question was, for what reason? The time is around 2 p.m. Inside the apartment, the female companion is retrieving her purse and later tells investigators
Retrieving her
she
purse.
heard several shots, and when she came outside, the white Hyundai was gone. As she walked to the side of the building, she observed J Money lying on the ground bleeding.
God.
He's been shot.
So that definitely was a fucking setup there. And you can't tell me no different, gang. I went to the girl crib. I took her, I helped her, or whatever. I went to the trunk. Oh, she left and went to the purse. As soon as she go inside to go get her purse, niggas pull up that's been following me the whole time. Niggas pull up and smoke me. And now I'm on the floor bleeding because no, that shit sound like a setup, gang. It may not have been a setup, but it sounds like a setup.
Rushed to save his life, she allegedly began performing CPR.
Oh, she
The
did
male
CPR.
companion claims to also hear the gunshots. At that moment, he jumped into the front seat and drove away, leaving J Money to fend for himself.
Oh, his homie left
He
him?
claimed to have witnessed J Money fall to the ground, then attempted to get up and run, but he was chased by the shooter to a parking lot. And J Money's affiliate then stated he left to pick up someone to return the help. But when he returned, the cops had already created a blockade around the scene. J Money was pronounced deceased at the scene.
On the scene?
With a wound to his head. Official reports state that his passing was recorded as multiple gunshot wounds. Witnesses began sharing with the investigators their accounts of what happened, and the one thing present within each of them is how quickly things went from a normal day to one filled with bullets around the
Broad
home.
daylight too.
One witness named David Weston, who lived across the street, said he was inside his apartment building when he heard fire. He then heard a female voice screaming that a friend was just shot. Another stated that the gruesomeness from gangs was a deciding factor in moving from the neighborhood.
But see, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this real quick though. I ain't gonna say for sure that she set him up, but that's just what it seemed like. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what a motherfucker gonna think. Like, you went inside to get your purse, and my homie ended up getting smoked while you in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfucker could have just been on his ass the whole time and seen her get out the car, and then just decided that that's when they was gonna do what they was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If she would have never got out the car, it might have went different. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna definitely automatically just put it on her like that. But that's just what it sound like, though. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't looking good, folks.
The hit was done. But who was the one who pulled the trigger? Being a gang member, losing lives is part of the job.
For sure.
If you're lucky, you spend the rest of your life behind bars instead. Rumors began circulating about what happened to J Money. It's alleged that the female companion, who was rumored to be the child's mother, set him up for the rivals to take his life. Former O-Block gang member J Hood speaks on the homicide in a Cam Capone interview. According to him, given that his rivals knew exactly where J Money was and when he'd be there, it had to be that the female companion is the one that got him in the right location for them to attack. That theory quickly spread, but what's more, the theory included how J Money was allegedly ended. Rumors states that after chasing him, the shooter stood over him and fired multiple times into his face.
God.
If it were to be true, it sounds like something personal, which many speculated to be retaliation for something J Money did in the past.
For sure.
It didn't take long for someone to imply that they had a part to play in the hit. Her name was Gakira Barnes,
So
also
they said
known
K.I. had something to
as
do with
the
J
female
Money.
assassin, K.I., known to be a ruthless assailant affiliated with the STL EBT set that are enemies to J Money's affiliates. What she said meant a lot in the public eye. K.I. took to her Twitter account with disrespectful words that insinuated she was the one responsible for ending the life of J Money. The more time prolonged, the more speculation began to take root. KI's name also found its way into those speculations that implied she, along with a shooter by the name of Lil B, were the ones who targeted J Money. Despite the allegations and theories on who the assailants were, his hit remains unsolved to this day. For his rivals, however, that didn't matter because to them, it was time to celebrate another illusion of victory.
See, I ain't gonna lie, like, it's crazy how much some people in Iraq, I wasn't around these motherfuckers, I'm younger than them anyway, but some people in Iraq, they say KI wasn't on that at all. And some people in Iraq say KI was like that. So, I don't know.
A ritual that makes them feel as if they'd won, but in reality, everyone playing by the rule of gang culture loses.
For sure.
J Money's name had become the target of many jokes and disrespect by rivals as they continually rap lyrics that paint the gruesome details of his passing, adding even more credibility to the rumor. The sad thing about all of this is that the two persons who were speculated to be involved in J Money's hit also lost their lives. First, Lil B in March 2014 was down by law enforcement, leaving his friend KI to mourn. Not long after, in April 2014, KI was targeted by her rivals and also eliminated. J Money is remembered by his peers, but also by the carnage he himself left behind. According to affiliates like Lil Durk, who reminisced on his friend's passing, he calls the families that J Money made mourn by taking their loved ones. I guess the saying is true, what goes around comes around. Maybe one day, the loss of lives will be a lesson to the next generation, so lives can be saved.
Nah, they're gonna be stupid for the rest of their life. Y'all gotta stop having hope for these people and just take care of you and your family. Cause everybody, it's always gonna be some stupid ass people. The majority of people is gonna be slow. It's always gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker wanna look cool. They wanna be in the streets. This is what niggas be rapping about. So niggas wanna be like the rappers and on some weird shit. It's always gonna be slow shit, gang.